Hi, this is Julie Becker, stay-at-home mom and online entrepreneur with the final in my series of the big home-based business fail, right? The mistakes that people make in their home-based business that cause them to fail or not get to where they need to go. And my son did make it into the last video. If you saw that one, sometimes he makes them into those. And it just some people may say, "Oh man, how could you let that happen?" Her kids making it into the video, but listen, this is how I operate. This is who I am. I'm a stay-at-home mom that runs a business online from home, and I run the business from home so I can be at home, so I can be with my kids, so I can have flexibility and time and do that. And that's just how I roll. So if it offended you, I'm sorry, but that's how I run my business. Sometimes the kids do make it into the video, and that's fine by me because they are part of my life. They're why I do this business and why I focus online. So anyway, let's move on from that. We'll see if he makes it into this one. But today I want to talk about the last big fail, the last big mistake that I see people doing when it comes to home-based businesses, and that is they pick something that they can't make a full-time income doing themselves. And I'll explain what that means. I mean, in a typical affiliate marketing, for example, someone who is an affiliate marketer and just decides that they're going to promote and sell Amazon products so that they can get a commission from Amazon, um, they're basically doing it themselves, right? They're going out there, they're promoting the products, they're um, basically getting people to the products. They're doing everything themselves. It all comes down to them. And if they don't get the products out in front of people, then they don't get paid. It's all on them. The other part of the home business industry is if you're not just an affiliate by yourself, is a lot of the typical methods are multi-level marketing based or network marketing based. And those types of companies, you get paid a couple of different ways. You can get paid by selling the products. You can get paid what we call retail commissions, and those would range somewhere from around 20 to maybe 50%. They're usually lower, so you can earn commissions selling the products, okay? And usually, you're one person if you don't utilize online outlets, and a lot of those companies won't let you utilize online um, marketing except for if it's their company website to sell the product. So you're only really able to do so much yourself. It's really hard to scale that part of it up. Um, so you're kind of limited in what kind of an income you make with it. So a lot of these models where you make a lot of the money is when you sponsor people, when you show people how to build a business with that company. They buy the products and they show them how to find other people, and you receive commissions from their groups, from a portion of the sales that they make. So you receive some of those commissions. And so different levels deep. So you sponsor, a few people, and maybe they start sponsoring people. So you'll earn commissions different levels down. The issue with this is, and people can make some good money with this. The issue though is that in order to make like an executive type of income, like which I would consider like somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000 a month, typically you are going to have to sponsor, like in your organization, you're going to have like 10,000 people um, to be able to start making that kind of money and that kind of income, like a huge organization. And it typically takes at least 3 to 5 years to get up to that level, at least. Um, and for many people, it takes a lot longer than that. So, and then you're also, again, it's because you're completely dependent on your downline, what your downline commissions are, because again, you sponsor so many, but the way they're typically structured is that you get paid more when you are building your organization deeper and deeper and deeper. So now you're starting to become really dependent on other people's efforts. I mean, I love that part of the model, that yes, you can build income and leveraged income and um, basically receiving income on your efforts and the efforts of others is wonderful. But if something happened to your downline, I mean, would your income be solely dependent on would a huge portion drop away and that you couldn't get it back and maintain it because you weren't completely dependent on your own efforts. So that is really important to me. That was something that I really started looking at when I was looking at transitioning from traditional network marketing, which I do love traditional network marketing companies too, don't get me wrong, and some people market several and are involved in several because they like several different, several different things. But that just is an important piece to me, and it's one of the reasons why I chose Empower Network, is because, me, when I focus on what I'm doing, I'm basically going out and sharing the business with people, and people that like it, they get involved, and I learn how to do that. I'm constantly building my front line, right? Now my goal is also to help those people to be successful, and yes, I will earn more, but it's structured a little bit differently. Basically, the products are 100% commission products. And so that means when I share the viral blogging system with someone, that I earn 100% of that commission. Now, the first 10 sales, the first one goes to me, the second one goes to my sponsor, the third one goes to me, the fourth one goes to my sponsor, up until the sixth one, and then I get the next, I get the 6, 7, 8, 9, ninth sale, then my sponsor gets the 10th one, then you get 4 more, and then your sponsor gets the 5th one. So it goes like that, 4 and 1. But you get 100% commission on the products that you are basically referring to other people. You receive 100% commission, and then if you sponsor somebody and they or sorry, if I'm sponsoring, say I'm on my 11th person or my 14th person, so I've got the commission from the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and then when the 15 comes in, that goes up to my sponsor. But you see, I've received 100% of the commissions, from most of those efforts. So when I keep building my front line, I can build my front line really as long as I want to, and my income, can be solely, determined by my efforts, by what I'm doing, right? It can be determined by that. So anyway, but then of course, I love to help other people. So when people are in my downline, I love to work with them and help them build too. And yes, I will receive like a pass up from them. Like when they hit their 15th sale, that pass up will go to me. But they're earning 100% commissions on what they're doing. So again, your own efforts are really running this business, all right? Yes, you can earn more when you teach your team how to do what you do and how to be successful. But listen, it's you can create your income on your efforts alone. You absolutely can do that. And that was really important to me because in this particular business model, again, you don't have to have um, nearly as many people to get that executive income. You don't need to have that. You know, that is just, remarkable to me. Now, if you look at this business, we have several different products, and you may have seen them, you may have not. If you have not gotten involved with me, then you don't necessarily know what the products are. But they have, a $25 blog. They have a great inner circle membership, which is all about mindset and training your mindset and being able to learn and grow as an entrepreneur. Listening to audios and developing your mindset is critical. So and that's, $100. So if you have, people that have that product and using that product and loving that product at $100 and it's recurring subscription, how many of those people that do you have to earn an executive income? Only 100, right? Not thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So that may sound a little bit confusing to you. Maybe, I hope it doesn't. I hope that kind of like just explained that pretty well there. You need to have, I can have a lot less people in this organization and earn the same amount of money as I would be able to with that other model, and I can build this based on my own efforts. I can create that large income, and and I can do it with a lot of my own efforts, just continuing to do what I'm doing. I can grow it that way. Now, again, I also um, teach people how to do what I do because my one of my major motives is to help other people to become successful. I love to be able to do that. I love to work with people. I love to, give them the courage and the knowledge to know that they can do it because you can. And again, I do get a little compensation when they are successful too, but I don't have to rely on that. And there's a freedom in that. So a lot of people don't pick the right company, and that's what I'm getting at here. One of the huge fails that I see people making all the time is that they don't pick the right company. And I'm not, if you're involved with a company, my point in bringing this up to you is not to say that you're involved in a bad company. It's not to recruit you away from your company. You may be very happy with your company, and if that is the case, I am very excited about that. There are some great companies out there. What I'm encouraging you to do is to to make sure that it's a good fit for what your goals are and what you want, and is it going to help you to reach your goals? I mean, is it aligned with your values? The other thing, the issue that I see people doing is they're not asking enough questions, and they're not really looking at the ownership and the intentions of the ownership of the company that they're involved in. And that's a mistake. You want to know if the company has gone through obstacles. I actually look through companies, and I look to see how if they've gone through obstacles, that doesn't bother me. If they've gone through periods of slumps, or had periods where they kind of slowed down a little bit, and um, you know, things change, because if there's one constant we can all agree on, it's change, right? What I look at is how the company rolls with the change. I know changes come. I know things that different things will come into play. Things will not stay. They will not stay status quo ever. And if you're in business, you just have to realize that. What I look for is how they roll with the change. Did they just did they screw over a bunch of the affiliates? Did they, not pay them right? Did they restructure the comp plan so that the affiliates got a lot less, and then, try to fix it back and it never got fixed right? Do they, I look at things like that. I look at their growth pains, and I look at stuff like that, because that's important to know too. And then there's some companies that go through obstacles, and then they'll yeah, they really start scaling back. They start launching other divisions or sister companies and things like that. And I just when I look at companies, I look for people who are solid, and I look for people who maybe have gone through challenges and have overcome it and have come back stronger. And that to me is really important, because you want to know what the intentions of the ownership are. I mean, some companies, if you can believe this or not, a lot of new ones, you have to really, be careful about this. The owners of the company are looking to build up the company as much as they can, as fast as they can, with the intention of selling it. Sad but true. People, they want money, and then they move on to the next thing. So you really, you want to see if you can feel the heart of the ownership. Do they put themselves out there? Are they out there for you to see? That's one of the things, honestly, that I love about Ian. It's one of the things I love about Empower. I mean, you know, the ownership has certainly made mistakes. They certainly have, but they have been very transparent about it. And when the Spade's the Spade, and when made the launch of this product didn't go the way it was anticipated, they'll come out and say, oh, you know what, we screwed up here, that stunk. I would much rather be affiliated with a company like that than with someone who's trying to hide things, or somebody who's not coming out and saying, what needs to be said and doing what needs to be done. There's Dave Wood, for example. I mean, he's out there, and people love him or people hate him, but he is out there. He's out there. His heart, and if you've not heard him speak, then hopefully in some of the upcoming messages, you'll be looking at some of the upcoming messages I'll be sending you, because I will send more that do have videos with him, because he is just a pleasure, and his heart is in it. He is not going anywhere. The other co-founder, Dave Wood, if you saw a previous email or previous message that I sent, has some very bad health issues and decided to step down, but he did it because he couldn't give 100%, and he couldn't do what he wanted for the affiliates and for the company. So he stepped down so that the company could run the way it needed to run. To me, I look at the ownership of this company as they are invested in me. They're invested in the people who are building it and growing it, and that's important. That's important. It's not just about the money. It's pouring into people. It's empowering people, really, and helping them grow and helping them succeed. So that's a huge fail that I see people make too. I know tons of people personally who've joined companies who have shut down, who have really curtailed their commissions, who have sold out, who've done tons of things, and sometimes when you go in and you're trying to figure out who the owners are and where are they, where they're not accessible, they're not available, you hardly ever see them. You might hear from them, you know, once a week on a recording call, but they're not out there in social media. They're not out there, visible and available and vulnerable. I actually look for that in my leaders. I look for people who are out there and being vulnerable, because that's a quality. That's a great leadership quality. Someone's willing to put themselves out there, be transparent, be available, and be willing to take criticism, the good with the bad, right? That's the mark of a true leader. I mean, I definitely, that's the kind of person I am. So, listen, picking the right company is huge. If you are involved with a company and they meet these criteria, if you are the income and compensation plan is aligned with your values, and if the management is really incredible and they are filling you up and they are in it for the long haul and you can hear their hearts, then you may be involved with a really, really great company. And for that, I am truly happy, because that is awesome. That is what I would want for anyone. That is absolutely what I want for anyone. If you are not feeling that, if you're not feeling the good vibe, if you're feeling, kind of, I don't know if this is the right thing, not because you're not doing the work, but because they don't jive with your values, right? You don't trust them, or they've done some things that you're just not happy about, and you had to find out about it off the grapevine, not from them. I'm not saying, you know, um, that if you're failing, if it's because of things that you're not doing, that's one thing. But if it's just because you are just not feeling the values of the company, you don't really feel like the company is a good fit for you, then that is one thing. So again, that is something that I really encourage people to look at when you're joining a company, when you're thinking about getting involved with a home-based business. Look for a company where you can make 100% income on your own efforts. I personally think that is important. That is important. That's you, and then you're not dependent on what other people do. You're not at that mercy. And look for a company with the ownership and leadership in place that are aligned with your core values and what you want, and make sure that their values are aligned with yours. Because I see a lot of people just jumping in all the time and not really, they're just jumping in. They're jumping in based on emotion, right? Jumping in based on emotion, and a lot of times they haven't really researched the compensation plan or the leadership or anything else. They're drawn to the person that attracted them to it, which is a great thing. But listen, put on your big boy and big girl pants, and do the due diligence and make sure that the company's a right fit for you. So I hope that has been informative for you too as well today. I've enjoyed doing this series for you, and I will look forward to hearing your comments about this, and I will put something together to follow up with this. And again, this is Julie Becker. If you are not involved in the business um, that you are loving, if you're looking to get involved with it, with a home-based business, if you're looking for the flexibility of working online and not having to chase people around all over the place, and if you're looking for a company where you can get paid on 100% of your own efforts, and a company that will help build you as a leader, a company that has leadership, who is out there, who is transparent, who admits to their mistakes and learns from them and grows and shares it, and still is exploding, um, then listen, the link is here. Go ahead and lock arms with me, run with me, let's work together, let's do this, let's build your dreams. Let's do what you want to do. Let's create the life that you want to create, because you are completely capable of doing that. And I would be excited to have you and to share with you, to be vulnerable with you, and do the blah, 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 blah with you. I make mistakes too. And I'm not going to edit these videos because it's cool the way they are. Either you hear what I'm saying and you get it, or you don't. Either way is cool. My whole purpose really in doing these is to help people to grow and to learn from some of the mistakes that I have made, to share them with you. So this is Julie Becker. Make it a great day. Whatever you do, do something that works for you. Make informed decisions and be blessed. This is Julie Becker again. Love ya. Talk to you soon.